On this episode of Behind the Wheel, we have 3 very good reasons for you to stay and watch us. Number 1 is that we don't have 1, but 2 MG4s with us, the Lux and the XPOWER. Number 2, we are at Clark International Speedway. And folks, that means a bit of circuit and a drag strip. And number 3, well, we brought a professional racing driver along with us.
Please! No!
Let's get to it. In 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, no way! No! Monica! Oh, Lord. That thing had me for breakfast. I love it. It's like an RC. This is obviously the MG4. Now, we have videos of this car, walk-arounds, reviews on it on our YouTube channel. And you're probably familiar with it. And if you're not, the links are somewhere down below. But today's focus is not my ride. This is actually Steph's ride. This is the MG4 XPOWER. Now, while aesthetically from the outside, there aren't a lot of differences, it's what's underneath and what can't be seen is really what we're gonna get to today. Because this is a monster compared to that. Now, the guy that is going to be driving this around will be this dude right here, Steph. We brought him here for one specific reason, which is to scare the bejeebies out of me, but not just yet. Steph, the big change from the XPOWER from that of the MG4 is that number 1, it has 2 motors. It's got a motor for the front and a motor for the rear.
Yeah.
What do you expect that's gonna feel like when we take it out on the track?
Oh, well, for sure we'll get instant torque. So coming out of turns, you'll get the acceleration very quickly. Even going in a straight line, you'll have very good acceleration. Also, having the 2 motors, you're now a 4-wheel drive. So it changes the dynamic of driving just a bit, but it's actually better for most drivers.
Does that mean that there's obviously going to be less spinning or sliding?
Yeah, so you're more in control, and also you don't get too much oversteer. You will get a bit more understeer, but understeer is easier to manage than oversteer.
Okay. One of the other changes that you don't see also is the fact that MG has made the suspension of this car a lot stiffer. Now, obviously on the road, it's going to feel bumpier, like whether you're on, God forbid, if you're on EDSA, but obviously on the highways and even our soft highways out in the north, it will feel a little stiffer. But what will that translate to when we get out onto the track?
Oh, well, you'll have a lot more stability. Now, suspension especially is in control of how your chassis goes through corners.
Yeah.
And one thing about this is with a little bit stiffer, you get just enough that the car won't roll too much. And this allows our tires to be able to keep us on the track all throughout. So again, they focused again on keeping the car planted throughout, let's say, high-speed corners or even low speed. It's a big help.
The other change that they've made, obviously the one that you can quite see, is that the brakes are much larger on this vehicle and the wheels look so much nicer, by the way, because hubcaps, no hubcaps. I understand that you want to keep it as aerodynamic as possible, but these look so much better. But anyway, the brakes are so much larger on this car. And the only thing that I can figure is that, does that mean that out on the track you can brake a lot later?
You can, yeah, you can brake a lot deeper actually. So by having the bigger brakes, you have better cooling also, it takes longer to heat up.
Huh.
And not only that, your performance alone, you can then modulate deeper into the corner, getting you a better time. And it, for me, is just...
It looks better too, right?
It does. Yeah, it does.
Now, all of this said, let's actually do it, because your expectations, I wonder if we'll actually meet them on the track. Shall we?
Yeah, let's go.
Special thanks to Britannica United Motors Incorporated, in charge of MG Green Hills, Congressional, and MG Quezon Avenue Service Center, for giving us the opportunity to play with these cars. Now, on to the fun stuff.
I'll be completely honest with you, I've only taken the MG4 around the track, and I know what the suspension feels like. And as we're going around slowly right now in the XPOWER, it feels like, yeah, most definitely it's stiffer. It doesn't feel like it wobbles as much, but I guess we're not gonna know until we kind of push this car, or push it as best as I can.
So you could do pretty good.
Let's find out. Here we go. I'm gonna keep it on normal mode though. Oh Oh my gosh, that was quick. Start finish line, I'm already doing 170. Jeez Louise, 190. Okay, I'm gonna brake really quickly. I think I would appreciate a little bit more bolstering.
I do agree. I was just about to say that. I feel like I'm sloshing around a bit.
I am.
Yeah.
But oh my gosh. Oh, you're right about the brakes.
Good. It's good.
You're right about the brakes. All I need to do is apply more pressure, and it's ridiculous how quickly it accelerates from a slow speed.
Yeah, I'm quite shocked. And it doesn't look like you're putting too much steering input, so
No.
she's pointing quite well.
You're actually right. I'm not wiggling back
Yeah,
and forth.
yeah.
It's quite stable. Yeah, I could do this all day. I seriously could. I would like to do this all day, but in all honesty, I want to find out what this feels like in your hands. The feeling though, I'm gonna want to put my seat a little bit closer so that I can step on my imaginary brake when you're driving. Oh, when you say quick, you mean quick.
Yeah,
Damn.
this thing's fun.
Oh, please brake. Oh, Lord. Oh, and this is just normal mode?
Look at that, the cock.
Damn.
Just pulls you.
If this is the first time that you've got this car in your hands, I'd
Yeah.
hate to see what it would be like if it was the 10th time. I'd just like to remind you, I have children.
Don't worry, you'll get home.
In how many pieces? So let's pop this sucker into sport. Now we're in sport.
I wonder if it changes that much. Oh, it does.
It does?
It does.
It does?
It's a lot faster now.
Oh! You know what? I've seen a lot of videos, and I remember that basketball player Jimmy Butler was inside the car with Lando.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And Jimmy Butler says, you know, I'm okay with you going straight. Straight is good. But when you start doing all this stuff right here, How are the brakes now that the recovery is all the way to low?
It feels more like a normal car. I mean, driving an EV, you have to get used to that release and then getting the braking from the engine.
True.
Now it feels more like a car that I'm just powering out and then braking. Through this tight section especially, you could feel the transition.
I cannot believe I'm going around at speed in a track inside an electric vehicle. This is some kind of wonderful. Punch it! 160, 170,
Try to get to 200.
190.
Oh, she's capping out!
Ah! You can really feel the difference from an internal combustion engine to this because of like what you mentioned, the two motors.
Yeah, as soon as they're pushing you, it's instant, it's there. Unlike a gas engine, you kind of have to rev her out.
And plus, I'm assuming you also have to compensate for the fact that it has to downshift, select the gear.
Yeah, this one's just one all the way. Driving the car is very easy. And I think like anyone could really pick this up and be able to enjoy it quite a bit. You know?
Everything that you mentioned earlier, when you said that the suspension means that you would stick on the track, the engine would come alive, the brakes are better,
Yeah.
or rather the motors would come alive because there's two of them. Is it what you expected?
Yeah. I mean, like, you know, as she comes through the turn, you can feel the car transition through, and the body's not throwing us. It's just slowly crawling in or caving in. Sorry, would be the term. And it was quite enjoyable.
So if there was one thing, just one thing you'd change, it would be the bolsterings in the car.
I wish I was held a bit more inside the car. Yeah.
Well, it is a road car still, after
It is,
all.
yeah.
It's just a road car that you can do this easily.
Yeah. I mean, this is performance levels of, you know, pretty much track cars, supercar level, I'd say.
Wow.
The amount of torque you're getting from this is just phenomenal, and how it's put down onto the road. So,
Well.
yeah.
That was fun. I've got a challenge though. I want to figure out just exactly how fast I can go around the track in this car without me having to talk to you or whatever.
Okay.
And then after me, I want to find out how fast you can take this car around. What the difference is going to be from just your average driver and a professional driver. Game?
Yeah.
Try not to beat me by too much. Okay? Earl, you're coming with me. Okay. Let's rock and roll. Let's rock and roll again. Who drove this? Ba't ang haba ng legs? So let's go for our sighting lap. Oh my gosh! Yeah, that's different in sport, man. Timer starts. Ay, electric nga pala, no? Woohoo! Woohoo! Hey, Earl, what do you think about my skills now, baby? Wow, really? Really? Ah! Okay, that was fun. I think I did pretty well. Oh, come on! That was pretty quick. Steph, your turn. Earl, you're going with Steph. No. Yes. You know, Steph's got about 500,000 miles on me when it comes to racetrack miles. And, well, it's not like I'm gonna beat him, but when you do a little dance, wash a little car, you get the great equalizer. Like I said, I'm not gonna beat him, but I use all the help I can get. At least make it close. There you go. Okay. Steph, just to let you know, he doesn't have kids.
All right. Even better.
Have fun, sucker.
Try and warm up the tires lang.
Yep. As much as you can. Oh no. Please! No! No, please! Okay. This is the hot lap. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Gently over.
Gentle.
There
Please.
we go. Full power.
Okay.
Gently in.
Oh no. Oh boy. Corkscrew. Okay.
Turning in gear.
Okay.
Let it pull us out. Open the wheel.
Oh boy. I don't like this corner.
Why not?
It's wet. It's wet. Ah, that was a little quick. What do you mean quick? That was fast.
There you go.
That was not a quick left.
Power. We're gently squeeze on the gas.
Okay.
We're too far.
Oh no. It's a little too wet.
Yeah.
Are you okay? Come on out.
Give it that. Carry him out.
Come on. You okay? You still a man? So, what was your time?
I kept it close.
That's a nice way of saying that an old man is pretty much faster than you. So your final thoughts on the car?
She was very good in the wet. The two motors run very well. Able to get you out of turns quite nicely. Braking in the wet was good. Yeah, so she was quite enjoyable. You get all the power once it has enough traction. So quite enjoyable.
Definitely good enough for the city, as I will attest to it. But you're saying definitely good enough to track to have some fun with it.
You would have a good time with this car.
Not good enough that you could beat my time, apparently.
We'll see.
Gain some bearing. You got some milk on the side of your cheeks, brother.